Hello and welcome to Proceeding Onward in America.
POA!
I'm Fabian,
And I'm Becky.
and we have been full-timing since 2018.
Yes.
In this episode, we are going to do our work camping campground review.
And we'll also cover some of the top 5 things that we enjoyed doing while we were there. So stay tuned.
On this episode on Proceeding Onward in America.
You don't want to leave. Yep, it's been a long couple days. Face off. But you just ready to go for an adventure?
Hi and welcome back. As I said, we're going to discuss our work camping campground review experience from when we was working there from May of 2020 to September of 2020.
Yes, so we worked at Silver Cove RV Resort up in Silver Lake, Washington.
And at the time they was run by Highway West. There's a big company that pretty much purchased this about 5 years ago, and they've been running it since then. But around the time that we left, they pretty much sold it.
Yeah, so even though we are talking about our experiences there with the new owners and so forth, some of the changes that they made may be different than what we experienced. So just be mindful of that. But we still want to cover what the campground looked like, some of the work camping positions that were available, and the beautifulness that involved in that work camping experience.
Yes. And from our experience, it was a pretty good campground. It was very beautiful, had a tons of sites. They had a decent amount of campground sites, back-ends, pull-throughs, and tent camping sites available. And they had about 13 cabins.
Yeah, so the cabins are all different sizes and so forth. In some of our other videos, we do talk a little bit about the housekeeping side of it and what it was like to be there cleaning the cabins and some of what the cabins looked like inside.
Becky was able to handle two parts of it. She was a housekeeper on some days, and other days she was at the front office.
Yep, so I enjoyed it. It helped break up the week. We still both had the same days off and so forth, but it allowed me to do the front desk, know what's going on, and then when the housekeepers needed some assistance, I went there and helped. And it made it a lot easier for me instead of being just stuck at one job.
And for me, I was just mostly the maintenance side of it. And on my end, this one was a little bit different than the KOAs that we've been at too, because we don't do the escorting you to your site. You just come check in, they give you a map and tell you to go find it yourself. But we do clean up the sites apart before your arrival, and we do a lot of wood chopping. Normally we do it with the machine chopper, and there was just one time I decided to go old school and be like the real man of the hour and chop some wood.
You want to be Paul Bunyan, I guess.
I just thought it was gonna be fun, entertaining, and pretty cool. Get some cool shots of me chopping some wood the old school way. It was pretty difficult though.
Yeah, but we enjoyed using some of the pieces of wood that couldn't be sold. We used it at our own site.
And we was able to use the wood to basically do a lot of outdoor cooking. I was cooking breakfast, lunch, dinner, take advantage of all these cast iron pots we had, and we saved a lot on propane.
Yeah, it was a great time and everything. And then there was days that he was super busy and he had to help fix some pipes, which we never done before. So they had to dig up the area. He was riding tractors around. Yeah, so it wasn't typical. It was a lot different, and we had a lot of great learning experiences there. Definitely at the front desk, when we ended up having to change our COVID procedures, and instead of people coming inside, we had to do outdoor check-ins and so forth. You got to see some cool rigs come through.
Yep. Pull in, stay in your car. It was kind of like McDonald's drive-through. Campground drive-through.
Yeah. So it was really cool. Sometimes it got wicked busy, but I kind of liked it on the nice days.
Yeah, it was. The weather was outstanding out there, even in the summertime. It wasn't too hot, wasn't too cold. It was always just right. And that was kind of one thing we loved about Washington.
So we were near the Mount St. Helen area. So different parts of Washington has different weather. But where we were at, it was nice. There was a couple of days where it got a little hot, and there were some times it rained a lot. But majority of the summertime, it was beautiful. So while we were there, as work campers, we did earn a wage of $13.50 per hour, and our site was full hookups. So it included water, electric, and sewer for no additional cost.
Yes, so our site was free. So that was beautiful, and that was one thing we loved about the job, is that we didn't have to pay a site fee or anything in return. We got paid for every hour we worked, including overtime.
So it was super busy in the summer. We got some good money and enjoyed our time there. So let's talk about some of the top 5 things that we enjoyed doing in the area.
Yeah, there was 5 things we definitely enjoyed, and we would love to do it again if we could.
Yep. So one of the things, we were near Mount St. Helens.
Now, if you don't know about that, we do talk a lot about it in a previous video, but it was definitely a volcano that exploded in 1981, and now it's basically a tourist attraction, and everybody wants to go there. So it was a beautiful location to go. There's plenty of hiking, there's plenty of camping, there's plenty of roads to drive. So it was outstanding to go and see Mount St. Helens, and she definitely knew about it more than I did.
Yeah, and there's also a lake that was created by the eruption. It's so beautiful, crystal clear. You can bring your kayaks or go boating.
Yep. That's one thing about this location we also loved, is you can do a lot of boating, kayaking, stand-up paddleboarding, rowboating, fishing. It's pretty much a lake everywhere. And where we was at this campground, there was a channel that leads straight into Silver Lake. So you can definitely just park your RV here. We had a boat ramp for you to load your boat into, then and take the channel straight into Silver Lake.
Yeah, and then you could see the mountains from there as well. And we did a video on all our boating experiences, and the link will be right up there. And it'll show you us kayaking, fishing, and also rowboating.
Yeah, even the romantic style with this lovely beauty in the front.
So I guess boating there was another top favorite of ours.
And then the other one we love so much is tent camping.
Yeah.
Now, tent camping really opened up our eyes on when we get a bigger rig in the future, and when we get pregnant and have kids and have families. If we have an RV that just can't fit in a state park, because that was one thing we was always thinking about, you can go tent camping there. Just park your RV somewhere else, or if you work camping somewhere, park it there, and then just pack up the truck and go tent camping at the state park, and you still get a tremendous view, hiking experience, or whatever the state park offers, and you can enjoy it all in the side of a tent.
Yeah, so yeah, we go camping a lot in our RV, but sometimes you need something different in life. So if you don't want to go to a hotel, get a tent and go on out. We stayed at 3 different areas. One of them was Sequoia State Park, which was very beautiful. We enjoyed the big trees that were there. We also stayed at a campground near Long Beach that was close to the longest beach in the world, supposedly.
Yep.
That was nice, but it was kind of like an old KOA that was bought out. So it wasn't, they were still doing some renovations and trying to bring it back up to standard. So it wasn't really like a real good resort, but it was close to the beach, so that was fun.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of activities going on at the campground, but there was definitely a lot of activities to be doing at Long Beach, from the museum that we went into to just driving along even the beach side and just enjoying the beautiful waves and everything.
Yeah, learning about Lois and Clark as well. But I think our favorite campground was near Leavenworth.
Yes, there was plenty of hiking there. There was not too far away from their little beach at that lake. Wenatchee. Yeah. There was a beach right at Wenatchee, and there was also that Leavenworth town that has a lot of activities, a lot of great food to eat from, and plenty of things to do out there.
Absolutely. And it's a Bulgarian village, so it looks like you're in Germany. So it was really cool, awesome to see and visit. highly would recommend. We stayed at Neeson's campground. The link for that will be right up there.
Yeah, and because we knew the camp host that was hosting Nason at the time, they educated us and told us there was plenty of other campgrounds all over there, about like 27 or 28. So there's plenty of camping out there, and they was telling us how busy it was at all of them.
Correct. So make sure that you reserve ahead of time, or they are first come, first served, so you get there wicked early. So another thing that we enjoyed doing was going to visit Mount Rainier in Seattle.
Yes, and Seattle is definitely beautiful, but at the time we went, it was pretty much closed down due to COVID, so we couldn't do a lot, but we decided to go see a troll friend and introduce him to our dog.
Yes, and then we also took a ferry ride, which was amazing.
And you can take your RV on that.
Now, it does cost a lot of money if you do take your RV. We did not. So we just took our car, went across, and then we went up to Mount Rainier.
Yep. Now, it was a lot. There's even tons more to do out there in Washington where we were staying at. So even if you want to work camp at this same campground, remember they are new owners. So everything that we went through for that time frame is going to be completely different. We don't know what the new wages is. We don't know if they're giving you the free site or anything. So do your homework on that. But the campground is still the same.
Yes, and there's still a lot of wildlife around there. Jag enjoyed seeing squirrels. You are daring. Face off. What you just... We saw geese. We saw baby geese grow up into adult geese. And then we also saw deer all the time.
There was plenty of deer running all over the campground.
Yeah, so it was beautiful seeing all the nature around it. The tree smell. Like, I just enjoyed walking to work because of what the smells were.
They even had that osprey living in one of the tallest trees out there. Huge nest in the top. And we heard that nest been there for like so long.
So it was interesting to see all the nature in that area.
So if you like a lot of nature and a lot of wild animals running around you, we definitely suggest this park. Even if you want to go there and just stay a weekend, we suggest this park. It was amazing to stay there.
Yeah, a lot of water activities, nature. Jag enjoyed eating some of the ice cream, like in the shop and everything. They sold ice cream. Yeah, don't worry. I took off all the chocolate for that sandwich cake. It was messy, but we made it happen. Oh, another thing that we enjoyed, which is part of our top 5, is how close it was to Portland, Oregon.
Oregon was definitely not too far away. I think it was only like about a 45-minute drive to an hour drive. And there was a lot of things to do in Oregon as well, which is definitely amazing. Like for me as a biker, there was a lot of biking capabilities out there in Oregon. So you can drive over to Oregon with your bike and ride around there. And there's plenty of places, plenty of things to do.
Yep. And there was a lot of things that we wish that we could have done. But we did enjoy visiting Kelly Point Park.
Yep.
And that had a beach there, had a nice park, just walk around. Yeah, it looked like it snowed.
But we had an amazing time out there within the short time that we've been out there, and we definitely would love to go back. We didn't stay because we had other plans that just landed in our lap, so that's why we pretty much left and didn't stay.
With all the changes that were coming up, we decided that Navy orders and everything that were falling on our lap was going to be more beneficial.
Yep.
So we ended up packing up, getting ready to leave, and we decided to do a trip from the West Coast to the East Coast.
Well, first we went further west.
Yes. So in our next video, you'll see us go to the most western points of the lower 48.
And if you have been watching our channel, you know that we've been to the most eastern part. You know we've been to the most southern part. You know we've been to the most northern part. And we even been to the center of the United States of America.
Well, of the 48 states.
Lower 48s. So we said, why not? We're out here. It's not too far. Let's go see the most western point.
Yes.
We might have been upset when we got there, but you'll find out in the next video.
Yeah, so make sure that you stay tuned and you make sure that you keep following us on
Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and don't forget to become our patron, where just $1 a month can help us make more videos like this.
And if you haven't yet, make sure that you like and subscribe and comment down below. Let us know what you think, and would you stay here as well?
And if you stayed at this campground before, comment down there as well. Let us know how your stay was. If you also work camp there, let us know what was your review in the comments down below.
And make sure that you share this out so that other people can learn what to do in Washington.
Yes.
And until next time,
see you on the east side.
And keep proceeding onward in your adventures.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Bye. Hey, Jackie, you ready for an adventure? Huh? You ready? Let's go for an adventure. All right, it's time to depart Washington. Let's check the lights. Left and the right, fantastic. And the brakes look good. And let's head on out. All right, Jackie, it's time to go. Aww, why are you scared? We go for a ride? Yeah, we go for a new home? Come on, let's go. You don't want to leave. Aww. On the next episode, time to go down because that was not it.
Now we officially made it to all 4 corners.
But I totally chickened out.
Don't let them grab your toes.
Do not do what we just did.